And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. And boy, do we have a great segment coming up for you guys today. For those who are tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, we welcome all of you. As you guys know, we come to you weekly with some great conversations and guests. And I have a first timer that's joining me on camera today. So I'm really excited about that. Publicist Sharen Rooks will be joining us today. We'll be talking to Sharon not only about the great work she's been able to do, but also about a special event, believe it or not, that you guys can be a part of. It's coming up on October the 14th and the 15th. We're talking about the Brotherhood Showcase. You guys can see it there. You can see the website there, thebrotherhoodshowcase.com. We're going to actually be walking you through that website a little bit later. Also talking to Sharon about what you all can expect this year, the purpose of the event, and of course, let you guys know how to get more information. Sharon, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, and I'm excited.
Well, look, I'm excited to, first of all, have you on an on-camera conversation with me. We've known each other time, so this is our very first face-to-face conversation. Sharon, we're going to get into the Brotherhood Showcase, but I can't start this conversation without getting into the work you've been able to do. As I mentioned, you're a publicist, helping individuals being able to not only promote their own brands and businesses, but also to shine a spotlight on organizations as well. What has that been like for you, Sharon, to use your gifts to help amplify the visions of others?
Well, it's exciting. Every day is different. It comes with challenges. Working with people for the first time and getting acclimated to their style and flow. But at the end of the day, being able to see their business or their vision come to fruition. That's what it's about. It's helping them capture that and being a part of that success and making them feel like, hey, you know what, this is really real. I was able to get this done, with the help of Power Media Solutions. So that's really gratifying to be able to do that.
Have you always known that that was your gift? I think a lot of times people recognize our gift, Sharon. I know it wasn't true in my case before we even do, but have you always known that connecting and amplifying was something that was a gift of yours?
Yes, I did early on when I was teaching school many years ago. And I went from teaching, becoming an executive director of a nonprofit, and all of those connections and relationships just began to build and become reality. And so I just became the source and a resource for so many people because I knew so many people and still do. And so I just build upon those relationships, maintaining integrity and doing those things that I enjoy.
I think when I think about your line of work, Sharon, the word that comes to mind the most is trust. Because it's not easy for anyone to hand over their baby or hand over their project to somebody. How does that feel to know that individuals and organizations have been able to trust you with their vision, knowing that you can help them to get to where they want to go?
It's very rewarding because, again, you have to, make sure that you have shown a history and a pattern that you can be trusted to, take a person's vision or concept to the next level. And so, those testimonies, the people that you indirectly impact, and they share their stories and their experiences of what you've done, that is very important. And I take what I do very seriously. I'm just real guarded about the things that I support and collaborate with because that trust is everything, and that's basically how I make a living is being in the PR business and being that trusted practitioner.
Mhm. We're going to get into the Brotherhood Showcase here in a bit, but I want to kind of set the stage here, Sharon, by talking about the evolution of how you've been able to do the work that you do and how organizations like the Brotherhood Showcase can be found out about, and that is social media. How has social media and the internet, how has it helped you in doing your work, especially when it comes to sharing messages with large audiences?
Well, without social media, we couldn't do this work. And social
Right.
media is evolving daily. So there's so many nuances to social media that people they're just really not aware of. But if you're in the media marketing industry, you know about those things. So you kind of, keep up what's going on with the trends and things of that nature. But social media has been a plus and it does work. People are on their phones all the time. They're glued to them. Some of them sleep with their phones in their ear. Okay. So, I mean, we're just so interconnected with that device that we can get messages, through to them. So, being an agency that can also do digital placement and digital ads, that has been a game changer for us. So when people are pumping their gas at the pump, they can see our ads, as they're pumping their stuff.
Right.
So, that's just awesome to be able to have all those platforms at your disposal to be able to help your clients at the end of the day.
Mm, such a great point. And as I mentioned, the reason you and I get this opportunity to speak because of an upcoming event is going to be taking place in Memphis, that being the Brotherhood Showcase there. You see it there on the screen for you guys watching us on Facebook, on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, coming up on October the 14th and the 15th. So, Sharon, talk to us about the Brotherhood Showcase. What exactly is it, and how did you get involved in it?
Sure. The Brotherhood Showcase is a 2 day event, 2 days fun filled social services, panel discussions, Q&As, car shows, entertainment, and it's all focused on men to provide services and unity from all ethnic backgrounds and cultures. So we're trying to bring men together and provide needed resources that men normally would not go, out to seek upon themselves. But if we can place them all in a central location for a couple of days, we may be able to make an impact and help, men, talk about health screenings, getting flu shots, leadership, just a whole array of things that we will provide for those 2 days. And I'm excited about it.
Now, tell our audience, for those who are just finding out about it, we're going to kind of briefly go through the website here in a bit, Sharon, as well as let our audience know how to get more information. What was the initial mission? Was it to, for one, as the title alludes to bring a brotherhood together, or was it more of an educational aspect? What kind of was the motivation behind the Brotherhood Showcase in the first place?
The unity was the key factor, is
Okay.
to bring various cultures together. We have Latino Memphis, we have the Memphis Islamic Center on board. I mean, just different cultures, and it's about diversity, because we all need help. No one is an island. And so being able to bring these cultures and ethnic backgrounds together, and people just like, I want to be a part of that. Yes, this is, yes, yes, yes. And you're getting yeses because people really want to see some form of unity. And so that was like the main goal, was the unity with men, because men are the head of the homes, and so they just won't go out and seek services. Men just don't, they're not wired that way. But if you present them with an opportunity and you educate them and you create that environment, they're more apt to respond and take action and follow through. And that was the
So for
goal.
those who I'm sorry about that, Sharon. Not didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just going to say, for those who are just tuning in, you're watching Cyrus Webb Presents. Appreciate you guys over there on the YouTube side. I see you. Also, those on Twitter, also on Facebook. Appreciate you guys being with us as well. Sharon Rooks is our guest for this segment. She's a publicist that's talking with us about an upcoming event taking place in October, that being the Brotherhood Showcase. And this is something that all of you guys can be a part of in a different capacity. You can not only, of course, come to be able to get the information to be a part of this brotherhood, but Sharon, we're going to go ahead and take them to the website here, and we're going to kind of walk through some of the other opportunities that are available for them as well. And
Sure.
again, if you guys are anything, feel free to be able to let us know that. But Sharon, the first thing, of course, that we see, go to the website, and again for our audience there, brotherhoodshowcase.com, the brotherhoodshowcase.com. You all can see it there. One of the things that I love is that it talks about bringing the awareness, Sharon, to community
Yes.
issues, and there's a lot of different things that are going to be taking place. So for you, Sharon, what are you the most excited about when it comes to the event?
Wow, what am I most excited about? It's the panel discussions, having, physicians and doctors, law enforcement, leaders within the community, health experts, having those people available and they're tangible to the men, to get them what they need. We have a stylist. Mr. Odie is going to be with us, and he is awesome. He does all this great stuff with Dillard's, and he can train the guys and style them all at the same time. He's amazing. So, just having those kind of services is just amazing, for what we're trying to do.
Right. This line really stood out to me, Sharon. I wanted to be able to read it for our audience. You mentioned this one element that does separate a lot of things we hear about. All ethnicities are welcome into the brotherhood, but then it says this 2-day event will showcase the unity and collaboration of people coming together, pouring into each other for the greater good. Is that
Yes.
kind of your hope for this? That people will understand how we can work together to be able to be a part of the solution instead of always just hearing about the problems.
Right. I agree. It's very important because you look at it, there may be somebody from the Latino community that can offer a solution to the Islamic community. And it's like, but if they never talk and if they're never in the room together, then you're probably not going to solve a problem. So
Right.
getting them in the room in the same environment and having that freedom to be able to share, and be at liberty to discuss some hard topics, because there are some hard topics that people in discussions we have to have. So
Mhm.
it's just it's beneficial. Let me just say that it's beneficial and it can work for everyone.
Right. And the other thing is the health component you mentioned, especially after what we've gone through over the past couple of years. We know the importance of taking care of ourselves. Us guys, we're not notorious for that,
No,
for
no.
for taking it upon ourselves to do that. Why was that an important element for the Brotherhood Showcase to make sure it was spotlighted? The importance of our health and wellness in connection to our contribution to the community.
Right. We need our men. We need our men in the community. And if they're not healthy, they can't be and do what we need them to do. And
Right.
so, a lot of times men walk around and they have all kind of ailments and they won't go to the doctor. They won't get a screening. They won't get a flu shot. They won't do anything. They won't do nothing. But if you have created the environment again to explain to them and educate why it's important to take care of your body, watch what you put into your body, um, knowing when you need to seek medical assistance. So
Hmm.
just being able to have that information again that's tangible, available to these guys, it's priceless, and
Right.
that's what's needed. And we're trying to create that, and we think we have.
Right. And again, as I mentioned, this is a 2-day event that's coming up on October the 14th and 15th. We both know, Sharon, this will be here tomorrow. I mean, it's
Yes.
how we're halfway through this year already. It's really amazing. I want to go to another element because people can come and benefit from the actual event. It's to go back to the website, Sharon. And I want to talk about people can be a part of this, and that is the opportunity they have for vendors. Talk about the vendors and what you're excited about being able to showcase there for the Brotherhood Showcase with the vendors.
Yes, we have vendor opportunities, and the page that you're displaying right now, vendors can actually, if they just want a hyperlink, they can go to the website and pay $20 and get their website listed on this page. And also, we have, on-site vendor opportunities as well. And so we have a couple of different categories there, for vendors, and they can select the size that they want. But just
Mhm.
being in the midst of all of these people for a couple of days, you're touching all of these lives, you're able to talk about your service, your product, or whatever you have going, getting new customers, building up your fan base, or whatever that may be for you. The opportunity and the environment will be set for you to be successful. And that's what we're trying to do. Because at the end of the day, in this climate, everyone needs some assistance. Everybody's looking for the next customer or the next client or whatever. And so we all, feel that we have something that we want to share, our service or product shows some type of value, and we're trying to create that environment for those vendors. And so we have some vendor spots still available. Food truckers, we need you. If you have food trucks, come on, we need you. We you it'll be a lot of people for you to feed.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
come on down, be a
And
part of it.
and Sharon, there's another thing too that got me too in when I was prepping for this segment with you for today, and that is I didn't think about this initially, but not only are you sharing information, you also are helping them to build relationships, to be able to build
Yes.
partnerships. And as you said, this is something that's going to last way past the 2 days. And I think that is
Yes.
what is so cool about this. We have a comment that's coming, I think, from the Facebook side there, Sharon. It says, I want to thank you for the opportunity to share the Brotherhood Showcase with your audience. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate that for sure. And I think, that's what this is all about. It's about making those connections. If you don't mind, Sharon, I wanted to share a video that I saw on your Twitter page with
Yes.
our audience that about one of the local individuals. He said something I want to actually talk to you about. I thought this was really interesting, and it goes to the bigger point because normally when we hear about these type of events, we do hear about them with women, but this is one of the comments that was made actually that
Mhm.
the audience can find on the brotherhoodshowcase.com. I want to share that.
What do you think about the show? Dope, dope thing. Memphis men, man, this gonna need to be done. It's been needed to be done for a long time. Big fact. Big fact.
Well, the
What
volume
do
there
you
was
think
a
about the
little low, but
showcase?
one of the things that he said there, Sharon, that really stood out to me is that in talking about the events for women, he said, that people need to know about the Memphis men, right? Do you see this as an
Yeah,
opportunity to be
right,
able to do that, to showcase what the Memphis men are doing there?
right, right. And but we have a bunch of organizations, so I'm not going to knock any, other organization. But what
Hmm.
we are trying to do is bring all of that together just for a couple of days. If we could just all get together for those couple of days and, talk, discuss, have open dialogue, and also build some relationships. Meet people and engage with people you've never met before. Um,
Right.
in a non-threatening environment, just free flow,
Hmm.
entertainment, food, comedy, just peace. you know,
Yeah.
just peace, unity.
Mm. Do you hope, Sharon, that when people see what you all are doing with the Brotherhood Showcase, that it will show other areas what they can do and able to bring together their men and building that brotherhood in their own communities too?
Yes, I do believe that if we set the tone correctly, it
Hmm.
could, spur off into some other, areas where they may say, "Hey, can you guys come and duplicate that, with us or whatever?" Or
Right.
they may want to,
Right.
try to do something themselves, and it may be the spark to get other people moving. That's totally
Hmm.
okay, because a
Yeah.
conversation needs to be had about men and unity,
Yeah.
brotherhood.
Yeah. And I think too the thing that I have seen myself over the years, Sharon. I'm curious as to your thoughts about this, and I think our audience would agree with this. I think one of the issues with us as men not being as vocal, we've allowed ourselves to be painted a certain way, and we're not all monolithic. We
Yeah.
all are so different. We bring our own experiences to what we do, and I think it's because of that variety that we are able to help to fill in voids that are there
Mhm.
by the group. Speaking of the videos that are there on the website, there's one I couldn't understand what he was saying because it wasn't in English.
Right.
Yeah, but 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 just the fact that I knew he was excited about being a part of the event.
Yes.
Then you had somewhere I think in the health field there too. So is that kind of what you hope too, that these people who otherwise you may not think about them being together,
Yes.
them coming together for something that is of one purpose.
Exactly. And the diversity. That's
Yeah.
it. It's already there. So
Hmm.
that was the 901 Compass 901. I hope I'm saying their name right. Oh, forgive me if I messed it up.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool for them to want to do that, and they're super uber excited about
Yeah.
being a part of the Brotherhood, and just the fact of the cars, because men like cars, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a great discussion, icebreaker to talk about, different types of
Mhm.
cars and how you do this and do that. And so it can spark into other things as well, so that's pretty cool. And there should have been, I know if you went to the website, you saw some other English videos as well. He was the
Mhm.
first one, so his was in Spanish, and then the other two were in
Yeah.
English. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And I think again, great for our audience to be able to see, for one thing, like what we talk about all the time, representation matters, right? And
yes.
that's a great opportunity for that. You mentioned something though I want to get into briefly, Sharon, and that is entertainment. So of
Mhm.
course you mentioned men like cars, we like entertainment
Yeah,
too. So
yeah.
so talk to us about that element of this event and the role entertainment is playing in this.
Right. I'd love to talk about that. We have an artist that's coming in from North Carolina, the Drum Prophet, and he has been featured on national TV. I think it was an early morning show or something like that. May have been the Today Show.
Mhm.
But he works in healthcare and he sings to his patients as he transports
Mm.
them. He does spoken word. So he
Wow.
is coming to be a part of the showcase, and his wife, who is an attorney that has um, an advocacy law office that she does, and it's amazing. She will also be on the panel speaking in general about criminal justice and things of that matter.
Mm.
So that's going to be interesting because they're in North Carolina, but the laws and the rules are pretty much the same. So you get to hear her perspective and best practices and things like that, and do a Q&A for those who want to, ask questions and things of that nature. Um, we have David E. Jr. Johnson, who's a gospel artist, and he just released a single about a month ago. He's on the ticket. He'll be on the lineup. He's uber excited. So we have all just different types of people. That Friday night, there's a comedy show off-site with our
Mm.
partner, the Comedy Jaunt, and so that's going to be exciting for those people who just want to have some adult entertainment, wind down time. They can go to the comedy show, sponsored by the Brotherhood Showcase. That's our partner with them. So that's going to be really exciting. So just having an array of stuff. We have a couple of bands lined up. We have the fiddler that will be there on Friday. So Donald Wolf will be playing. I mean, we try to upload everyone that's coming on board on the website so people can see. And so you can go to the website and look through the gallery, and you can see all of the people who will be there. And there will be more that'll be uploaded in the next couple of weeks.
All right. So a lot for our audience to be able to look forward to. And again, it's coming up. So definitely go ahead and make your plans. Again, we're talking about the Brotherhood Showcase there, October the 14th and 15th. Again, the website you guys see there at the bottom, thebrotherhoodshowcase.com. Again, thebrotherhoodshowcase.com. Depending on what platform you're joining us on, you all will also will see the link, actually hyperlink with this broadcast. So if you're joining us on Facebook or on YouTube, you guys will see it there. If you guys are joining us on Twitter, you will not see the link because they don't allow links with the live broadcast, but you can be able to see the information there on the screen. So feel free to be able to go to the brotherhoodshowcase.com. And I really appreciate the great work you're doing, Sharon, and being able to bring this to our attention, bring this to our audience, and allowing us the opportunity to help spread the word as well. And looking forward to having you back on the program soon.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. And one of the most important things that people need to know about the Brotherhood, it's free. It's
We didn't mention that
free.
part, and that's
Uh-huh.
important, isn't it, Sharon?
It's free. So there's no excuse. No
Yeah, there you
excuse.
go.
Come on out and join us. It's free. And people are able to give a donation, a suggested donation of whatever that is to you. But you'll be able to do that if you so desire. But it's free. So there's no excuse. Come on out. See the fashion show. Just have a good time. Those couple of days, come join
Right.
us. Bring your
Love
cousins,
that.
bring your friends, everybody.
Yeah. Dr. Belma's joining us there from California. She said, sounds wonderful. I appreciate you watching, Dr. Belma, and it does sound great. And again, it's something with a purpose. It's entertainment,
Yes.
education, that awareness, their awareness piece, Sharon, that you mentioned, but also that connection, being able to work together, and that's what it's all about.
That's what it's
Sharon,
all
really
about.
do appreciate that, and looking forward to our next conversation together. And we thank you all for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you.